Now, so admittedly, we are playing against somebody who is playing like a few, what's his face, invoke cards, so there could be obliterates, and obviously obliterate is our main counter. But the fact now that Taric is on the board, he's given Zed, he can't die. This is what we're talking about. This is what this deck is about. Hello, Gomez here for the LAN Up channel again with another deck for you today. I've just unlocked the latest KDA card, or latest KDA card for me on the lineup, which is out of the way. Was actually quite excited to get this one because this is the Targon one, and I've been having a few ideas with it, and so it's been quite nice to actually unlock and get to play around with it. While playing around with it, I did actually find something out which is quite funny. Taric. It turns out that if you use the KDA card, which obviously means that all buffs are continuous and like they last for the game, Taric's level up grants the person next to him, which is like himself, he can't die, but it also grants the person next to him can't die. And actually, that stays true. So that's actually quite a funny thing that I've just found out. So hopefully the little clip should be running as I was discovering this, because obviously it goes on the ephemeral one. To be fair, this is nothing new. There used to be a whole combination of using Unyielding Spirit with Dusk and Dawn, and then that the ephemeral still stayed alive there. So it's the same kind of thing as that. So let's get into this deck and let me show you what I've done. As you saw in the intro there was a little bit of the, which like I was showing the combo, the fact that when Taric levels up, that ability, when you use Out of the Way, Taric actually can grant Unyielding Spirit, basically, or no, people can't die, basically, if you, which like I managed to get it off. So I've gone with Out of the Shadows rather than Out of My Way, or Out the Way. So this is working with Taric and Zed. Now the whole idea of this is that you're supposed to be trying to, Zed's in there for early game, but as well, the whole point is you want to be leveling up Taric. You want to be leveling up Taric because the second that you can drop Out of the Way and Taric on the board where he's level up, he immediately becomes he can't die. Obviously there is still Obliterate. There's still like obliterate recalls. There's other things that can still affect him, but like it's one of those like lovely things of just like, well, he can't die, and he can grant that to somebody else as well, which is devastating, as well as giving them additional stats or whatever you decide to give them. So because obviously like whatever spell gets put onto him, he puts onto his things. So the idea is you want to be trying to put those onto Zed, because obviously once Taric gives things to Zed, once Zed levels up, Zed's clone then gets it. So the fact that you can actually just build a board of Zed clones, because if you can get the Out of the Way, Taric level up, give it to Zed, both Taric and Zed can't die, and then Zed's clone then can't die either, even though it becomes ephemeral. So it becomes a weird chain reaction. Sadly, I've got no footage of it actually happening yet, but the concept is there, and that's what the whole deck is built around, a concept, and that is it. So the rest of the bits of the deck, so Gift Giver is for Gem. This is just so you got a little bit of life steal in there with the Eye of the Dragon, because there's so many spells you're going to be using, you're going to activate it several times. Draw, as well as a little bit of healing. Mountain Goat, yet again, mainly in there for the gems. Draw, as well as those stats, Power Cascade stats do stay on something once you've used Out of the Way. So this is very important to remember that the Power Cascade stats stay on. Same with Sonic Wave. Once you use Out of the Way, Sonic Wave and the stat boost that gets put onto this also continues to stay on them. Mentor of the Stones in there yet again for the gems. You want to be trying to get these gems because the idea is you're trying to level Taric up as quickly as possible, because Taric has to see all these things happen. So you basically want to have like a nice kind of like handful of gems and spells that the second you put Taric on the board, you can just play all these kind of burst spell things and level him up very quickly. That's the idea. Deep Meditation is in here so that you can get some of those spells out as well. Actually, I've skipped a bunch of cards. Zed, as I already said, he's there for the early game with his Quick Attack, as well as the fact that obviously if you can level him up, it's devastating. Zenith Blade in there so that you can potentially put on top of Zed so that he can be hitting through additional damage, or whatever you feel like. It depends, like it's a very situational one. This is just more in there so that you can put overwhelm stuff in so that people, it takes more than just defending. I did consider putting in what's it called, Ibex, the Ibex minion, so you would have a body behind granting overwhelm, but the thing of it is that kind of you have to be going along with spells because you want to be, number one, trying to activate this so you're getting lifesteal all the time, but number two, that spell can go on top of Taric, and then Taric can give that to his neighbour, and so on and so on. So that's kind of why I decided to go down the Zenith Blade route. Bastion, yet again, just to try and keep things alive. Denies are mainly in there for your War Mothers, again, which are for Feel the Rush, Harrowing, which for Ruination. It's mainly in there for those kind of things to try and counter them. Admittedly, maybe you want to put one more copy in of that, but at this moment in time I'm running 2. This one's in here because it's actually a really lovely spell, because the fact that obviously, number one, it grants barrier, or gives barrier, so number one, it gives barrier and lifesteal, but if Out the Way is activated, the life still stays on. The barrier will go, because obviously Out the Way is, for the rest of the game, allied buffs except barrier are permanent, so therefore lifesteal, you can just give people lifesteal, and yet again you put that on top of Taric, he's then giving it to whoever the hell, as well as the fact that instead of he's leveled up, he's giving the fact they can't die. So more, which all the benefits coming from there. Deep Meditation just for some spell draw to try and get this out, because you want to be trying to find this as early as possible. Kind of, you want to be mulliganing trying to find this. If you can drop this on turn 3, amazing. In all honesty, amazing, because you want to be trying to get this off as quickly as possible, just so that all of those kind of buffs and things that you've got will be continuous. Obviously gems are already continuous, but your power cascades, your sonic waves, your all these other things, just making sure that they're permanent is very devastating when you get that off. And then obviously this is just in here for a little bit of support, as well as that those stat boosts are very nice, and also it's actually quite well statted in terms of 5 health, so it can get its way through a number of things. So this is just the concept of the idea. There's actually many ways that I wanted to go around in Ionia, so I did actually also create another deck. I'm not going to be playing it today, but this is just what I'm trying to explain, how good the concept of this kind of thing is. So sneaky way out is by, so basically, Sparring Student, every single time that somebody gets put on the board, it just normally says for this round, but literally with Out the Way, those stats are continuous, they stay on him. This one, which the Blade Scout, stays elusive for this round. No, he stays elusive continuously after you've played Out the Way. Yet again, this one, by the granting every single time this round, yet again, all those stats stay on her. What's his face, so Young Witch, when she's granting quick attack and +1 attack, that's a continuous buff. And also this one, the Hatchling, once you do that, that is +2 continuously. Those people stay that on there. So that's what I mean. Out the Way actually does have quite a lot of nice synergy in Ionia, don't get me wrong. It's got amazing synergy in Demacia, it's got amazing synergy elsewhere else, but I think that Ionia is very nice because Ionia's got the ability to draw spells, which means you've got the better chance of drawing it, because if you don't draw you Out the Way, then you're in massive trouble, basically. I still need to do some more work on this sneaky deck, because there definitely is some changes I need to make. The idea of it was supposed to be that play Out the Way as quickly as possible, and then have a Sparring Student, have a Green Glade duo on the board, and then be able to use the Wayfinder to put more things, which is then going to be like continuously statting those two up. That was the plan of this is, but I do still think that there's rumors to be changed around in this, things to be changed around in that deck. But let's get on with, if you want information on that deck, or if you want to have the deck code for it, please message me down in the comment section down below. I will get back to every one of those comments, because I do love hearing from you guys. Speaking of comments, yet again, comment on this video if this deck, if there's any changes you make, if you use this deck and it works for you, please let me know. If something doesn't work, please let me know if you make any changes or anything along those lines. Shameless plug time. Twitch, Twitter and Instagram, I'm active on all of them, so you can catch me live on Twitch on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Thursdays. So you want to come catch it and give me deck suggestions, duel me, just come and have a good time. That's what this is all about. It's all about trying to build a community. The LAN Up channel is all about trying to build a lovely community of lovely people who all love playing Legends of Runeterra, games in general, and just having a good time. And so if that sounds like you, please, why not? In the link down below to the Discord, so you can join the Discord server, talk to me at any time. There's also a games evening and a movie evening in there, so if you want to get involved on Mike with Gomez, please feel free to all that. I do have a personal goal of trying to hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, or 1,000 followers on Twitch by the end of the year. We're actually really close. I'm not gonna lie, from where we started, the outrage, the support has been like overwhelming, honestly. We're like 100 away on Twitch, and we're nearly like nearly like 200 and something away on YouTube. Honestly, you guys are amazing. The amount of support that I've been getting, it's been driving me. That's what's driving me on. Your support is what's helping me continue on and making this stuff and trying to get as good a quality as I want, good quality content, that's the words I was trying to say, out to you guys as much as possible, because I think that you guys deserve it for the amount of support that you give this weird curly haired mustachioed man to try and live his dreams. So thank you all so much. Anyway, let's get on and see how this deck do. So stun, which is Lux and Leona. So a lot of stuns, like, you know, daybreak stuns, and then late game doesn't even care about the stuns anymore because he's just going to keep lasering the shit out of me. That's the plan, I'm guessing. I might end up regretting getting rid of Bastion, but I'm trying to find my I'm trying to find out the way. There's 3 copies in the deck and I have not found out the way yet of it, which in these test plays. It's very upsetting. Because obviously that's what the whole deck's about. Ooh, bloody hell. There we go. My headphone cable got caught around my chair leg. Or chair wheel, should I say. It's fine, don't worry, we've got this. We've got this. So he didn't actually have the Solari Soldier, which is normally... Oh, there we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Right, what we're going to do is we're not going to play... So we could play Eye of the Dragon, but we're not going to play Eye of the Dragon because we want to immediately next turn play that spell. Because the second that's played, that is 100% staying on for the rest of the game. And so... We could have played her and had a little something, but I'd rather play this, know that this is it. Which, to be fair, actually, now that he's playing... He could actually be playing this spell as well, thinking about it, because a lot of the Sun, a lot of the Daybreak cards, obviously, being able to keep their stats, their upgraded stats, the early ones, as well as the fact that obviously Demacia's got things like this, so that would stay, that 3/3 would stay on thing. So I honestly think that we're actually, or do we just let that free damage go through? Because I'm trying to think, what's my plan here? So next turn, do we throw Taric out, or are we going for... I might actually take the free damage. I'll take the free damage here. But, yeah, so he's playing the... Let's see who wore it better. Let us see who wore it better. Right. A big part of me feels like just throwing Taric. I mean, I could throw you out, but what is my real benefit? Because I'm not going to be able to play 2 spells on top of you, so actually throwing Taric out and keeping those stats might be slightly better. As well as the fact that it now means that we've got the Taric spell, which is quite nice. So, give me and my ally tough this round. Copy the last spell that you cast only on me this round. Right, so you have to actually cast it on him the round, okay. On the round of using. Not that we can use him right now, but that's good to know. But he's Leona's now as well. But he's not found his spell. We've actually already used our spell. He's not found his spell yet. Okay. Bear in mind, every single time that he grants somebody tough, including himself, like when he first grants somebody, he will then have tough for the remainder of the game. Whew! Please don't be the moose. Don't be the moose. Or actually the bloody Hulk challenge minion. That's the best you could have been, I'm not gonna lie, because that's nothing. So that's the best you could have been. Okay, what do we want to do here? Do we want to potentially throw you out? We kind of need things to try. Oh, do we just go bold and just take... We're going to take its exceptional amount of damage, but at the same time, like... Nope, sod it. We're going about this. We're trying to be smart. Which, let's face it, is not really my forte. But we're going to try to be smart. It's definitely not going to come off as that, but that's what we're going to try for. Okay. So, I'm going to shield myself there. Keep Taric alive. Right. Here's... I mean, do I play 2 spells? Because technically I could play Sonic Wave, which would mean that I can grant Challenger onto Taric, and then give another +2, and then next turn immediately go into a Blessing of Taric into a... Yeah, no, I like that move. I like that move. So do this just so that he's continuously got Challenger. Buff his attack up immediately, so that just stays on him. It then means that we're going to be getting a dragon out of this, which means that we get a little bit of life steal. We then throw this. How close is Taric to leveling? I mean, Taric has still got a long way to level, sadly. I really wish we were closer to the Taric level. On the plus side, we can do that, and we can actually increase our life steal a lot. A lot of me actually wants to go deep meditation here, but no. We're gonna stay the course. Stay the course with what the original plan was. Go with this. I then want to hook his Leona, hook his champion away from him. That's the plan here. Right. So then we're getting Grant in lifesteal. Our lifesteal minion has got tough and got a significantly more damage, so that we can just get ourselves into a nice thing. We can then use gem, so we're going to be getting another dragon next turn. This is actually, we can make this work. Okay, I should have probably given it to her so that she would have had increased stats and would have also had tough, but I wanted to, we've kind of on 11 health, and I kind of want to try and make sure that we're going to be okay, because let's face it, he could throw Lux down this turn, and then like the problems occur. So life steal is definitely what I'd prefer right now. Okay, so we just throw a gem on top of Taric, just, yeah, getting to heal him up, but I mean, he's so close. Okay, at least Lux didn't drop, but admittedly now the Obliterate becomes a problem. This is the problem against this deck, is that they do have Obliterates, we do not. And I'm not gonna lie, their Obliterates are gonna be devastating, like if they find them, which they could do, and they might have. And to be fair, actually, what's his face? Just the Daybreak Sunburst, or whatever the hell it's called, the Silence. I need Taric to level. I need Taric to level so that I can at least get him to an oak. Like, okay, there's the Lux. There's the Lux. Okay, so we could actually. I'm gonna throw the goat out. I'm going to throw the goat out for the potential of giving me a gem to level Taric. I do have deep meditation as well to level Taric. Okay, I'm actually going to we're going to get rid of the lifesteal minion just because I feel like it would be silly. I feel like it'd be silly to trade up the goat, even though we should have traded the goat. Right, what does my opponent do? What does my opponent do here? I kind of want to see what they do this. Okay, so they're just going to pass the turn. Though obviously if I do change my move, they might change their move. I feel like Concerted Strike and what's his face are in this deck. I feel like Concerted Strike and Single Combat. But obviously Single Combat's the only one he could hit right now. Sometimes you gotta live bold. Sometimes you gotta live bold and then live with the repercussions of your decisions, which is what I'm about to do when he single combats my Zed. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Please. Because immediately, like, next turn, if he hit him, oh, yes, yes! He can't do anything for us. So what we're going to do is we're going to, I mean, I was actually going to throw Lifesteal Barrier. Actually, no, Lifesteal Barrier is still a good move to grant Zed Lifesteal. We could have also given him additional stats, but sod that noise. Actually, maybe giving him additional stats might have been the better plan. But anyway, the fact that we're going to give him, he can't die. The fact that we're going to give him, the fact that he can't die is devastating now. So we're going to give that to Zed, because I feel like he deserves it, as well as the fact that he's got a lifesteal barrier now that's continuously going to stay on him. Now, so admittedly, we are playing against somebody who is playing like a few, what's his face, invoke cards, so there could be Obliterates, and obviously Obliterate is our main counter. But the fact now that Taric is on the board, he's given Zed, he can't die. This is what we're talking about. This is what this deck is about. Okay? This is what the deck is about. Plus as well, we have given both of them lifesteal. So right, all we need to do is level Zed up. And this has just become like the best game that's ever happened in my life. But look, all we need, like, so like, this is all good. This is all good. Don't worry. Shh. Stay with me. I'll take you on this journey. I'll take you on this journey. Ooh. Right, so the thing of it is, obviously, he can level Lux. He can level Lux, which does become scary. Very scary. Oh, see the obliterate. No, the Taric. Okay. I mean, I could actually stop that. When I said not Taric, no, don't worry, I've actually got a way of stopping it. I was actually legitimately scared for a couple of seconds until I realised I had the counter in hand. Okay, what are you going to do now? What are you going to do? You've just lost your invoking ability that would have stopped the situation. You're now in terrible, terrible peril against two men who can't die at this moment in time. Oh, now we just cash in. We cash in on the devastation that we are about to cause with these two guys. I mean, I know that it's for the level up. It's for her level up. I can completely understand that. We do actually have the ability to put a shield on top of somebody. Obviously, he's not found. He's out the way, so those stats are not permanent. He's done. He's done. He knows. He knows. Oh, it works. Yes. Yes. Okay. So, Trundle. So. Is this just gonna be spooky Trundle? That's the words that I was trying to say out of my mouth hole. I feel like this is just going to be spooky Trundle. I'm actually going to keep the Z. I'm going to keep the Z, but I might regret that decision. I'm really just trying to find that spell again. If I can find out the way, then I'm laughing. Okay. Not the best start. But we've had worse. I'm actually going to throw you out. Throw you out so I've got some attack.
Nothing escapes my
okay, we leave it. Leave it. Mentor of the Stones. Could throw Z down. Depends on whether what. So he doesn't want to play any mana. I feel like he's got Avalanche. I honestly feel like the Avalanche is in his hand.
beauty and light.
I should have probably played Mentor of the Stones. Mentor of the Stones actually would have been a really good move, just because of the fact that, like, even if he did throw Avalanche down, then when we threw Taric down, there was already going to be gems for him. But let's go for this. He is playing Shadow Roll, so the chance of vengeance is always there. The chance of vengeance is always there with this this kind of deck. Okay. I kind of should have put a buff. I should have put the additional power cascade on, because it would have given me double draw. Admittedly, I wasn't thinking 100% straight then. Okay, so we do still have to deny it. We kind of have to keep the mana for deny. But I wasn't thinking 100% straight. I could have actually done a lot more devastation to them if I had Fimaged it. Alright. We could throw Zed out. Zed, he then goes for an Avalanche, leaving him... Mind you, he would have another 4 mana, so he's got double Avalanche. Though who does double Avalanche? I'm gonna throw Mentor of the Stones out. Gonna throw Mentor of the Stones out. Okay. Let's do this. So we buff Taric. Buff Taric, who buffs her. I would love to play something just so that I could... Do we just throw a Bastion on top of her, just so that... Because casting the spells does also help with Taric's level up in terms of his support mechanic. So potentially actually just giving Bastion out now is not it's not the worst move. It's definitely not the best move, but it's not the worst move. Because I mean, all that he needs now is just a little thing, just to pick off that and then vengeance. But okay, right. So how close is what are we dealing with here with Taric? So he's 2 away. He's 2 away. We still need to keep. I'm actually going to keep the deny. Gonna keep the deny as an active thing right now, because I feel like we need it, just in case he goes for something to ping this and then vengeance. Or, I mean, Ruination doesn't do anything to us right now. We've actually secured our board against that. I mean, he does realise that these guys have got Spell Shield on, right? Unless he's got a second Vengeance in hand that he's just waiting to... I mean, they survived that. Unless, or he's got vengeance. He's got vengeance in hand, and so he's gonna be doing that. I'm trying. I don't know whether or not he knew that they both had spell shields, and so they were actually not going to be affected by that at all. But other than the fact they lost their spell shields, is maybe he didn't realise that. Well, that worked out nicely. So yes, that was the Out of the Shadows deck. We didn't get to, unfortunately, showcase the spell too much. Obviously, there was a game that we did get, but sadly our opponent then conceded soon after. But obviously, you can beat them down early with Zed, potentially, if, like, no need be, and that's what kind of happened in the games we won without using the spell. But yeah, so I feel like maybe River Shaper or something like that, so that you can, it's got more chance of draw, because you need that spell. That spell is what keeps you going. So as I said, potentially adding, like, getting rid of something and putting River Shaper in might be a plan. But let me know what you think down in the comment section down below, because obviously this deck is just based around trying to use that spell in a fun way, and using it with Taric is what the plan is with this deck. But I will come up with a few different concepts, I'm sure. But please let me know, I said, what you think in the comment section down below. If you like the video, then why not hit that like button and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Help me get to my goal of 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And if you're feeling generous, why not head on over to Twitch? Link down below yet again to hit that follow button and help with that goal, as well as the fact that you can catch me live on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, where you can catch this fun action live, and there's a duel me, whatever the hell else you want to do, and I'm always up for everything. But thank you honestly for I said, yet again, I will always thank you for the support. It's been overwhelming, as I keep saying, so thank you all so much. If you want to join the community in the Discord link is down below as well. Thank you all. I just want to, I said, that's the idea of the channel. We're going to foster a lovely community of people who love playing this game, like deck building. I said, because I always come up with concepts and then throw it over to you and go, this is the concept, now see if you can refine it and make it better. So please let me know what you if you want to join. Links all down below. But thank you so much, and until next time, bye. I said don't you do it. Okay. Is there literally anything that I could draw or that I could get from Flash of Brilliance that could save me? Save me! That doesn't save me. Okay. Is there anything from you? Save me. That doesn't save me! Okay. Get rid of this and get rid of this. Find something that can save me.